Okay, I mean, the next subject is why pros don't wear ankle guards. Very, very straightforward answer to that one is that they don't like to have anything around that ankle area because they feel as though it's hindering their performance, and it's not streamlined. They feel as though if they wear uh, ankle guards which are available in the marketplace at the moment, that they feel restricted around that particular area, around the ankle, and it would hinder their foot movement,
Yeah.
left, right, up and down, sideways, and everything else. And they feel as though if I got a bulky thing on the front of my around my ankles, if the ball hits my leg, it's going to go off a little bit further, harder to control the ball, because generally half the time you take a ball in, you flip your foot up,
Yep.
and you catch the ball in between that area, and that's part of the philosophy behind it, which I find very strange, because a pro player would have a very limited lifespan in the game, right? Unless you're a Ronaldo, right? And that's a different story altogether. It's all about, yes, the fitness, but it's the level of injury. Yes, we may say the game now there's less tackles in it, but I disagree completely, because I am seeing more over the top tackles in the game, and I'll demonstrate with a little foot here, as you can see, right? Most of the tackles that you're getting now are centered on the ankle area, the lower shin, as I would call it, and going all the way to the back, right? Anyway, from the back up to this part up here. This area is completely exposed. I mean, you got the top of your boot, which is there, but this area is completely exposed. And I'm sure you and I, we both agree that we've been caught on the back of the foot on many occasions. Taking a kit to the eye of the ankle, and running, twist, the foot will go over. I agree that you shouldn't really be wearing any real strapping around your ankle if you haven't got an injury.
So when you say real strapping, could you kind of give an example?
Well, I mean, if you've had a sprained ankle or something, you would get strapping around the ankle to support it and keep it in place, right? There are ankle supports which are actually out there where it's a whole unit. It's heavy. There are laces around it, or you can buy the ones that you actually slip in and wear as standard ankle supports. For us who were not in the professional game, right? Okay. In the pros, they're generally well strapped up, to ensure that there's no movement on there. Personally, I think if you haven't got an ankle injury, whether it's a twist or knocked up, you shouldn't be wearing that, because you're going to be reliant on having something strapped up, keeping you in that condition, right? So that's part of the area in the game that people, funny enough, even though they don't want anything around that particular area, they would take a strapping because of the slight injury. The other thing is that if they get a knock, they get a hit, they could be out from anything from 2 weeks up to 6 weeks, depending on the severity of that sprain or that hit, or it could be a ligament issue, right? You spend all that time rehabilitating, physio, and all sorts of manipulation from your physio to get you back into shape. The first thing, you go out into a training session, boom, you get knocked again, and you're out again, right? So I can understand why they don't want to wear it, for instance, during the game, because of the previous issues that I raised regarding the reason why they don't wear it, is that you should at least be wearing some form of protection in a training, right? My thought was, and how I actually started and got into the this side of the sports aspect of the product was that I first developed a shin protection, as you can see, right? It's the same material that I used for the for my shin guards, right? It's the same thickness. It has the same capabilities in terms of the protection and what sort of level of impact that this product can take. It's based on the same principles of having Velcro onto the back of it. As you can see, it can wrap around, and then you can see it can take any size, right? And I'll demonstrate that on this product here at the moment, on the foot. As you wrap this around, there you go. Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. You see the arch that's here? That allows for the movement of the foot going upwards, going sideways. And in this particular design, as you can see, there's the cap, the ankle cap that protects the actual eye of the ankle. You've got protection at the lower shin area, as I would call it, because that's where you generally get caught. You get caught on the top, on the side, and you would get caught on your Achilles side of it. Generally, the back of the boot would be up and around. You know, the heel of the boot would be about up into that area. So effectively, you've got a product here that is light, and it will not shift or move, and it also gives you support with the stability side of it. And then if you're training, this is something that you could wear even if you don't want to go out and wear it during a match. But because of the thickness of the product and how light it is, you get the exact same benefits that you would do when you're wearing the actual shin guard itself. Because after it may feel strange to begin with, because it's something that you don't normally wear, but after you put them on, through maybe running around, kicking the ball a few times, within 3 to 4 minutes, you're not even going to know you're actually wearing anything until you actually get hit. Because me personally, I think this kit, this piece, is fundamentally more important, because these are the target areas when you play football.
You know what? Can I admit something to you? So the guys are independent. They literally love the ankle support.
Yeah, thank you.
And they literally, as kind of older gentlemen, it's the ankles that literally probably take more of a pounding than anything else. And so I literally played a game last week Saturday, and and again, it all depends on when this video is coming out.
Yeah.
And I wasn't wearing your ankle support, and I rolled my ankle, and I'm injured because I think I sprained my ankle. And that's the God's honest truth.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, the thing is, I first of all, what we talked about, the issues with pros, I try to get I know a couple of agents who knows a couple of players, and we tried to get them to wear this, and that was the reason why they didn't want anything like that. So I got this product firstly into roller derby, and as you know, in roller derby they wear these 10-pound skates, steel, and if you get hit in that area, you're pretty much out of the game for a while, right? So this is where this product was first tested. It could take the hit, it could take everything. And then also with the beauty of this is that, especially because I'm looking to, this might be a little bit too large for a grassroots kid from 6 to maybe about 10, but from about 11 through to the teen and upwards, this would be an ideal size. But if you find a lot of the players these days now are wearing the sock boots, and they might find this is a bit of a hindrance to get the sock thing over that, and it might be a little bit troublesome. But as you can see from here, there's a ridge. You see that ridge?
Yes.
That goes all the way around. That means that, yeah, you see that ridge?
Yes.
Because of material, you can
Are you cutting the?
yes.
Are you cutting the ankle support? Okay, this is a Blue Peter exclusive.
Less weight,
Okay.
less bulk,
Okay.
right?
And then let's see, how does that
Well, then, well, also, I mean, just going back to this. Also, the way the thing's been designed, you see the arch.
yes.
That allows for you to place
Okay.
this, and then
Place
it becomes a one piece, right? So you've got the option whether you want to wear both or you whether just want one. That's entirely up to yourself, right? So once you've done that, and I right, you could wear it this way up, you could wear it that way up, depending on your preference, on how. It's a personal choice, because you might, I might feel better if it's worn this way. So what you would do is exactly doing the same thing. I'll put it the traditional way. See that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. It doesn't cover as much of the lower part of that ankle, but it covers the top of it, which is the top of the boot, and fundamentally the back, and also the front. And,
so like a quick question. So why would someone cut off the wings to expose their ankle balls?
Well, no. It's just a personal preference. I mean, as you can see, and I'll show you here what I've done. Can you see? Yeah, I'll just put that down a bit. As you can see from here,
you would probably have to put the camera down a little bit more. Yep. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. You see this part here? You're only losing marginally, right? This part, but you're wearing this product a little bit lower down, as opposed to being a little bit further up.
Okay.
Right. And I'll show you, right?
Okay, so it's so you're not.
I still cover the ankle, right? Right. Yeah. The eye is there. I'm still covered, right? But then I'd be able to put these on a lot easier with sock boots than I would generally. So that's a preference, and part of that is because I haven't. Just bear with me for a second. I'm in the process of making a smaller version.
Okay.
Right, as you can see, compared to the larger one.
All right. Okay. So the larger one is probably more for adults, and the smaller ones for
I would say from a 12-year-old up to an adult, right? And these would be from 5 to 6, and this is exactly just a smaller version of the one that you just saw, right? But these will be later on in the year, once we finalize the actual testing and the third development of that. But with these, the reason why that you could do that currently, I take an under 12 team for the school, and then I've also got the my other partner that does the training and stuff with us. He takes an under 13 side. and all the boys, they're all bigger than me. You know, I'm 5'7", but they're all bigger than me. And they, you know, some, like I said, they find it a bit of an issue getting into the boots. So I said, cut them out. And with my smaller boys, they wear them without the caps. And I tell you, they go out there. It's surprising when a kid knows that he's got something on. He could go out there and not have to worry about getting kicked in that area. But the level of confidence and the way they go into a tackle now is completely, it's a complete 180 degree switch, right? Of going, you know, like that, as opposed to really going into a tackle. And that's the difference. So
with the flaps at the end where the ankle eye is, those are supposed to go into the football boot?
No. It actually goes on the I'll show that again to you. You see that?
Yes.
Where the ankle is?
Yeah.
Your boots will start just down here. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, that we're talking about the standard boot without the what do you call it? The sleeve, you have the long sleeve or the low sleeve. Right? Because this then just sits. Right? That's why I tell people, when you're actually putting, because then it doesn't hinder, right? It doesn't hinder. That's why I tell people, when you apply the guards, is that you see, see this part here, right? You place that by putting it on, by placing that on the eye of the ankle. So that then position it perfectly. Then you wrap it around, right? And the boot, you've got about a 2 mil area there if you're wearing standard boots. If you're wearing a sleeve, then the sleeve will come up to here. But I wouldn't recommend these if you're wearing the long sleeves ones, you know, the boots.
Yeah.
Right? Because it becomes a bit of a chore getting them in.
Yeah, so with the long sleeve boots, especially with the Nike brand, they literally have like almost like the ankle boots.
Yeah, it's almost like a sock. It's a sock.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I mean, that's totally stupid in my opinion. You know, the issue is if you get a broken ankle or a broken leg, you're in trouble. They're going to have to manipulate and cut that thing through, as opposed to just cutting the laces and taking the boots off. That's me, you know.
And for you know, if we're kind of talking about safety, especially with young kids, how important is it for like parents to literally probably take their own bias in terms of, you know, the brands and the models that they like, and to really think about the safety of their children?
Well, that's a difficult one, because it's, as you mentioned earlier on, it's all about trust. They trust the brands because they've been around long enough, right? But yet they don't really look a little bit harder into the aspect of the brands are not looking other than just superficial protection, how I would call it, you know, and it's something they need to look at what is good for the child. And sometimes also it's not just the parents themselves, it's the kid who would want to try a brand. So it's a bit of a catch-22. If the parent sees the value, and a lot of that's happening now in the grassroots through the clubs and the coaches that I've dealt with at the moment, they've seen the value of the product being able to protect, being lightweight, being all the stuff, and they will go and buy the child this, because a lot of all the other kids are starting to wear it as well. So it's a copycat effect, so to speak. And they would then, you know, you could go out and buy a pair of these for £7, right? Or you could buy 13, 14, 20, and they could go up higher. You know, there's a brand in the market called G-Form, which is an American company, started off doing downhill racing stuff. they have a sleeve where they've got 10 mil thick foam that is actually sewn onto the sleeve itself. And their technology, as they say, is that on impact, that foam becomes hard, right? And it's supposed to dissipate very quickly. Well, it doesn't. You know, you get hit, right? One time, you get up, you're going to get hit again, aren't you? If you carry one tackle, he misses you, you get hit on the shin one time, the guy will hit you again within a matter of seconds. And they say that it becomes hard on impact, but then it will take time to dissipate. So if you get hit again, you get hit again hard. And while that product, that foam is hard and a break happens, then you're going to end up with a multiple as opposed to something that repels and takes it and absorbs it. That's the difference. That's in the market.
And you kind of spoke about price. I mean, how does your ankle support and your shin pads compare to price regarding the other brands?
Well, I come in on the site at 24 quid retail, inclusive of VAT. So you don't have to pay the 20% on that £24. Then there is obviously a package and postage charge, which is £5.50. And then you get that within the next 2 or 3 days once you place an order on our website. And obviously with your people, if they use that code, they can then get a 10% discount on any of the products that we sell on there. Yeah.
And the website is armorflexsport.com, and for the 10% discount of like all the products, it's AFT CAF-22. And again, you know, I wouldn't endorse or review a product that, you know, I don't believe in, or, you know, something I've not used. And I wish I used the ankle support on, because yeah. I mean, again, I know I'm probably going to be out for a week or two. And, you know, again, it's just kind of making sure that I think it's more about confidence and just kind of knowing that,
yes,
you know, if I'm like wearing the ankle support, you know, that's like one less thing to think about.
It's the only product where it protects 3 areas: lower shin, Achilles, and the ankles, right? And it's versatile. You can cut it, make it smaller, wear it however you like, and you can wear it with a normal pair of socks. When you buy it, it comes with a pair of stirrup socks.
Yeah,
but those are generally targeted more for the younger kids than anything else.
Yeah,
so they're very tight. But as you can see, you can wear that with a normal pair of ankle socks.